Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Survivalschule.at. Today I want to show you the review, as I said before, of this grandfather knife. And the grandfather knife is made from a knife maker here in Austria. His name is Kappeller, and you can visit his homepage on messermacher.at. I set the link down by the way or at the end of this video, so you can have a look at it. Yeah, this is the grandfather knife, and this is the sheath from the knife. It has a belt loop also for wide belts, so my spec was to fit a 2-inch belt as well. So this is made out of 3mm wedge tan leather and has this nice little binding around the edge of this sheath, and the stitching is behind that, so this is just for decoration, for a nice looking sheath. Yeah, the knife. This is the knife. I've showed you this one before. It's from the styling here, it's from the trading knives in the colonial time, from the colonial area. So yeah, the handle is antler. The knife is made out of 1.2519, which is a little bit better, I would say, than the 01 tool steel, but it's very close in the specs. So it's a carbon steel, and this is the rough side of the blade, which is from forging this one, and I've decided to let it there for optical reasons. This is the logo of Kappeller. You can see this on my other grandfather knife video. It has a lanyard hole at the end of the handle and 4 rivets. Everything is from stainless steel. The logo I've created is the medicine stone circle or medicine wheel, and has the name grandfather around it. The medicine wheel stands for the beginning of all life, north, south, east, west, as for all the spirits. The circle itself stands for the life itself, for the months, for everything. This is just a wheel of life, you can say. And my grandfather died this year, and he always had a knife with him with an antler handle, and so I decided to create this logo with the medicine wheel, which is from the beginning, from the life until the end of the life, and all what comes after. And grandfather is in honor and respect to him, and he's the guy who showed me Mother Nature. He's the guy who brought me out and carved me some slingshots and some primitive bows, and showed me which wild edibles are around, and which fungi I can eat and not. And yeah, I spent a lot of time with him, and so I decided this is a good way of keeping the grandfather, my grandfather, as long as all grandfathers, a little bit alive, and so you can have it with, so I can have him with me in any way, and my thoughts are with him when I'm using this knife. And yeah, it's for me it's a nice thing to have, and really like it. It's 5mm thick steel and full tang construction with 90-degree angles, so I can easily scrape off some sparks from the ferro rod. So no problems at all with this knife, as you can see. Yeah, the edge is convex grinded. It's a heavy, not so heavy as it looked like, but it's a big knife, a big outdoor knife, and yeah, let's see how it performs. First thing I want to do is some batoning. For this reason I've done a baton here. Maybe I turn it a little bit around so you can see what I'm doing. As you can see, no problems at all with batoning. This knife is really made for heavy use, so I'm not feeling bad by batoning with a knife like this. Razor sharp, you can see it curls up very fine curls for the feather stick. It's a little bit of practice to use a convex grind edge for making feather sticks because of the changing angle, but once you get rid of it, then it's no problem at all, and I really don't have to do that much pressure on it. Just let the knife slide through the material, and I also can do some bigger chunks by pressing a lot more. But feather sticking is all about making small fine curls, and they should be very fine at the end of the stick, so maybe get it lit by a fire steel. I'm not very useful with making fire steel lighting feather sticks, so I use feather sticking just for starting the fire after I've lit my tinder with the fire steel, which I normally carry with me in the woods. But with a little practice you are for sure able to lit the feather stick with your fire steel. And yeah, the curls you got here are really fine. Let's see if I can do very fine curls. This is a wood which grows very straight, very fast, so you may get off very straight feathers of this, but that's not a real problem. Yeah, as you can see, some curls up really nicely, and great job with this knife. The next thing is we want to try to do some carving, and for this reason I just get myself a small stick. Take this one here, and some of you know the carving techniques or some don't, but yeah, I will do a video on this a little later. So first the push cut with the thumb, so you can see once around and I am through the stick. Yeah, no problem. And also for making a point on the stick, which is very fast doing. Next thing is to make a notch by push cut and stop cut. There's a little deeper. So here we go, a notch, a point. So that are one of the most important things to carve or whittle down in the woods. For making traps you can use the notches. For tent peg you need the point. Even for spears or something like that you need the point. Yeah, but you can also do very heavy cutting with this knife. As you can see, one cut through the material, no problem with that one. Also the chest lever grip, which gives you a lot of power, a lot of control. Also one cut through. It's very dry hardwood, so it's not the best material for testing out. Maybe green sticks would go very easily, and this knife even feels very comfortable in the hand. So if you're working a longer period of time or some hours whittling something down, until yet I don't get any blisters in the hand with this knife. So it's well made, it's absolutely handmade, everything is handmade from this one, and I'm really happy with this knife. It's my main outdoor user, the big knife. For a small knife I carry a neck knife, I showed you in a last video. Yeah, but for all heavier tasks, also preparing game or whatever, because you can choke up on the blade like this. You can even do skinning with it, or yeah, whatever you have to do. So let's try one thing. Let's hunt through a stick. One hit, here we go. After all this, can do fine curls on the feather stick again. No problems. The great heavy use outdoor knife. Yeah, with the little grandfather attachment to it. And hope you had enjoyed this video. See you soon on the next one. Please feel free to comment or rate or whatever. And yeah, have a great time out in the nature, as I have. And for any questions, just ask. So see you next time. Bye.